SMT Nation, we back. Nation, we're going to be discussing a topic here today that we've already covered, like the bulk majority of the material and the data. But what I want to do is take a look at a specific angle and a specific part of this data and what it tells us. It's going to be a quick video, but definitely is important. And I think it's going to be telling about the future of fixed wireless access and the power user. All right. Anyways, I'll be sure to provide the link for this data for you. I'll put something for you guys in the description. You can find that down below. And of course, you could support us. Ways to do that: like and share this video. And also, don't forget to comment, engage with the content. And there's different ways to support us directly. Check those out there in the description. All right, folks, the power user. What is their impact on this growing usage trend? Customers are using more data than ever, right? The pace you're looking at anywhere between a 10 to 30% increase in usage annually. And what's really happening and what's skewing the data and causing it to accelerate so much is the transition of folks becoming power users. So a power user is defined as anyone using more than 1 terabyte of data per month. The average or median use is a much different story, right? The median user is at like 423 gigs. The average total usage is like around 640. By the end of this year, it'll probably be over 700. Within probably a handful of years, we'll be over the 1 terabyte for like average usage. But today we have a growing segment, right? And it is the power user using terabyte or more. All right, that number has gone up and increased by over 21%. So that means 1 in 5 customers has made that transition from a more average use trend to a power user trend. So this is an incredible increase, right? And the super power user has also increased in frequency. We're seeing more of the super or extreme power users where they are using 5 terabytes of data or more. That number has increased by 71% since 2022. Now, why is all of this important? The reason why this is important is the fastest growing home broadband segment is fixed wireless access. That is T-Mobile, that is Verizon. So how do they deal with that incredible amount of usage? These are not wired networks, right? It's not wireline. It's not wireline broadband to the premise. They're selling it over their wireless network. Here's what I think is going to happen, and here's how I think this is going to play out. We just saw T-Mobile change the terms of usage, right? Their terms and conditions on the T-Mobile home internet. They basically created different types of network management language within their terms, basically saying once you use more than 1 terabyte, there will be this network management tool that will become active. You'll be slow during times of congestion. And they have a couple of different tier approaches to this. They're basically protecting their network from the extreme and the, the super power user, if you will. They simply can't allow them to be degrading the experience for the other folks who are not super power users, the ones that are using 500 gigs and 700 gigs. So T-Mobile has already acted on this data. They know the usage patterns. This is what they're seeing too. Verizon, we haven't seen that yet from them. I expect them to. I expect at some point a terms and conditions change, a language change for Verizon, where they shield themselves and protect themselves from the power user, from the extreme power user, because those are astronomical amounts of data. A fixed wireless access subscriber using 5 terabytes in a month basically has the usage patterns of like 6 customers. And I don't even know if Verizon or T-Mobile want those customers. and truthfully, it's just me being transparent. Those customers probably need to be on a wired network. I mean, that is a ton of usage. There's nothing in the terms from either of the companies that say you can't use 5 terabytes. But man, that is an insane amount of, of data. And the number of customers that are using that amount of data is increasing over time. So how do they respond to this? Those terms and conditions will continue to be fluid and they will change. Look for this over time as the carriers try to preserve their network and prevent any type of excessive usage that can sap the capacity of the network. They would rather have 5 or 6 or 7 non-power users than a single power user. Remember, the power user pays the same as the single mean or average user. All right, how do you guys think they're going to handle this? How do you think this is going to play out? I know that Verizon said they want to create the capacity as it's needed, but not in this way. And we know T-Mobile's capital light, and they don't want to build a specific home network. They're selling excess capacity. They don't want these customers either. All right, what do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. You're the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.